I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life, and I won't look back ever again.
Okay guys, by viewer request, and also my request, we're going to take a look at these two rifles here, compare them side by side, the 350 and the 9.3. We're going to take both of these rifles out on a hunt in Tikamoon today. In slot number 1, we're going to have the Man-Looker, the 9.3 here, and in corner number 2, the guide rifle, the 350. This has been asked quite a few times to compare these side by side. We have a lot of information on them now, and we're going to just see how they perform. So I have a bit of a plan here, but we'll go over just sort of briefly the basics of them. Actually, I'll summarize it really quick if you we're going to jump right to the end here real quick. Well, basically the 9.3, just to sum it up here, is well, you're going to use it for almost every single scenario above the 350, so it does outmatch the 350 in pretty much almost every single category I can think of and situation I can think of. There is one that maybe the 350 might have the edge on, but there is one category that it definitely has the edge on, and that's that you don't have to spend any extra money for the 350. So the 350, you don't have to buy the DLC for it. So it comes with the base game, so that definitely is an advantage there. However, the 350 is outmatched by the SM12 300 plus the Remington Long 700 to 350 or 300 in all the categories as well. So the 350 guide rifle has well, that's the one I had out there. Kind of hard to tell which rifle you have out there. Yeah, it's kind of always had a hard time finding its place in Way of the Hunter. All the rifles are unique and kind of have their advantages and disadvantages. But the 350, it's always had a little bit of a troubled life in the game here. Now, appearances also matter, so we'll take a quick look at the exterior. Most people have taken a look at the 350 by now, but I think it's one of the nicest rifles in the game. Out of the Remington pack, this was actually my favorite for appearance. I like the shorter style of it, and it's a unique round. But that is the 350 there. It's a top fed with it has 3 shots it can hold in there. And there is the 9.3, which is an awesome looking gun as well, so I can't even say which one's the better looking gun. I would, it really is 50-50 here. It sort of is a very subjective thing, but maybe, you know what? No, I can't tell. I don't know. I think maybe I'll give it a slight edge towards the 350. The 9.3 here holds 4 rounds of the magazine and 1 chambered. And they are both they're both bolt action, so just one's top fed and one's a magazine. So yeah, here's the sound. Everybody knows and loves it, and this little reload, pretty much standard. Looks a lot like this, the 300 one. And then we have the 350. So the 9.3's got a deeper sound. That's more like a little pop. So 9.3 kind of gets the sound winning there, but I like top fed here. They have a unique kind of feature with these top fed rifles that a lot of games neglect to put in there. So if we take a shot, we're going to have 2 rounds in there, and if you watch in the bottom right really quick when we do the reload, it goes down to 1 and then reloads 2. So it does eject the chambered round when you do the reload. So some people get confused when they're using these Remingtons that are the top fed. They see they got 2 rounds in there. They're thinking that Malachi here will just put 1 bullet in. But nope. So they're not paying attention. They see it reloads 2 and they only got 3 rounds in there. So like, what happened to my other round? So they get a little confused there, but that's what happens. The game does model that. There is one little weird thing though. If you get it right out of storage. Oh no, it didn't do it. It did it when I grabbed it out of the storage in the house here. Maybe it won't do it here. Let's put it away and grab it out again. Hold on a second here. Okay, we got it out, and then let's grab it. Also, you see if it does it again. What it did is it it came out of the storage with 4 bullets in it. So that's a bit of a bug there. Oh wait, where's the 350? There it is. See if it does it here now. There. Yeah, see he's got 4 rounds in there, which it just can't hold. So a little bit of a bug there. So if we fire that one out, we won't be able to reload. And then there's no way to get it to... Did that really hit down there? I don't know. Anyways, there's no way to get it back to the 4 rounds. So, anyways, just kind of a weird little thing there. So that's sort of the basics of sound, appearance, what the ammo capacity is. I'm just going to reload everything here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the statistic chart here, provided by Greg Toothless Chihuahua Lewis. And we're going to go over the stats real quick too. So this might be difficult to see in the video here, but I'll go through it kind of fast, just point a few things out. To compare on the chart, it's actually, they're sitting side by side down here, and they, well, they're 3rd and 4th from the bottom. So 350 to 9.3. And so this is basically the basics stats that have been measured on these two guns. So basically, if we're looking at the first few columns, we've got energy is higher in the 9.3 over the 350, all the way up to 300. So in that category, 9.3's got more energy. It loses energy slightly faster than the 350, so I guess over enough distance, the 350 will eventually take over the 9.3 round. However, as you'll see, you don't really use the 350 for long distance shooting at all. The 350 actually has the 2nd worst accuracy in the game out of all the rifles. So if we keep going, we have max expansion width. So when it enters the cavity expansion, the 9.3 is almost double the 350. Depth of max expansion is, again, not quite double, but getting there in the 9.3. So how deep it is in the animal at the point that the max expansion happens. There is a little bit of benefit sometimes to have the expansion earlier, all depending on sort of the shot. Like the shot placement, what you're going for there. So the 350 is like a minor advantage depending on certain shot placements. And then total cavity length, 9.3 totally beats the 350 here. Again, there's typically no downside to having that increased length, except for, again, specific scenarios, which I'll kind of get to here in a second. And total pin length, same thing. Pretty much, you always want as much pin as possible for the most part, but it can sort of backfire on you a little bit here. These are really hard to see sort of like in the video itself. I'll try to remember to put the link again for the document down in the description if I can find it. I just took a screenshot of this one, makes it easier for the video here, but it shows you the image here. And I think this has actually been updated. This might be the old picture. To the right, this is very hard to see probably in the video, but it's the hunter sense dot size and the grouping, pretty much indicating how accurate it is. Long story short, while the 9.3 isn't the most accurate gun in the game, it is definitely leagues better than the 350 over distance. The 350 has quite the wide grouping. So that is essentially why I was saying the 9.3 wins in all the categories, except for the fact you don't spend real world money to obtain. The 350 just comes with the game itself. Extra money, I mean. And the areas, I don't know, maybe you guys can think of more. But the only one I can think of is how it has to do with how the damage modeling works in the game. And what can happen with the 9.3 and all the other guns as well is what happens is when you hit an animal, and if the bullet carries through and passes through, goes through the other side of the animal, once the bullet leaves the animal, the damage stops adding up. So it's one of these things where if you're familiar with other games like a damage over time sort of thing, the damage is accumulated as the bullet's traveling into the animal and adding up and filling the damage bars. But what can happen with the 9.3 is, since it has such a long penetration length and that cavity length, everything like that, if you're shooting broadside, sometimes it exits way before the cavity has expanded its damage. because it only expands when the bullet's inside. It stops as soon as it leaves. It's kind of a weird thing in the damage model. But it is something important to keep in mind. If the 9.3 leaves the animal too early, you can actually have a worse shot, in theory, than say like the 9.3 where the bullet stayed in and got all of its cavity damage out. So that's one thing I've noticed with the Mannlicher here. The 9.3 round definitely performs much better if you take shots that keep the bullet inside. A lot of the high-powered rifles actually do perform better if you keep that in mind. It's just how they have the damage model in the game. It's not, well, it's obviously not realistic, but it's still an interesting and it's still good damage model. But it does have those weird things where you prioritize taking out one organ instead of multiple. It's kind of weird, because what you want to do in Way of the Hunter is if you want to get that instant drop kill, you essentially have to fill up one of those damage meters. We'll take a look at it here when I get a harvest. But you only need to fill out one of them out of the entire thing. Taking out multiple doesn't really speed much up. If you're just bleeding them all, it can, but like not a whole lot. What you're trying to do is get a skull icon on one of those organs or components in the damage screen, and that will drop the animal pretty near instant. And how you do that is pretty much you fill the bar up by my calculations 200% the damage. You fill it up twice. So that's basically how the damage model works. And if the bullet leaves, like exits the animal, then it stops adding damage to it. So it can be a downside, and it can be a downside trying to hit multiple organs if you have the alternative as just trying to take out one. Kind of weird, I know, but sometimes it's actually better to focus on taking one single lung out and hitting it as hard as you can to drop the animal than trying to double lung it, which is it's kind of weird, but it's the thing that's in the game. So that was a pretty long ramble, but you have to get through all sort of the basics here. What my plan is for the hunt is actually these Cape Buffalo down here. So I'm just in the newer area where these are like the Cape Buffalo you typically see when you sort of start the game, or these guys up here. I have a couple missions actually, but what I'm thinking of doing is hunting these guys, and at the same time with comparing the rifles, I want to customize these need zones a little bit. I'm going to sort of push them together the way I want them. So this is something I'm playing around with since we are able to manipulate the need zones now a little bit. I'm going to try and customize these need zones a bit for this herd. So first thing I'm doing is I'm actually not hunting right away, but I'll do most of it off camera. I'm just scouting out the zones just to make sure I can have them set up the way I want to. I want to flip the drink zone, so I'm just going to go over here and check on that. I want this this faraway drink zone actually to be the main one. Oh, sorry, I'm going at the rest zone. I meant this one here. So I want this one right here to be the main one. I don't want them using this one. So I don't actually know what time it is in the game yet. I didn't actually bother checking because I'm just scouting out. I just want to make sure that this is indeed their rare drink zone. Okay, so it is their rare drink zone, which I thought it was. So while I'm testing out these rifles, we're going to be trying to move the zones around at the same time. Take two stones out with one bird, you know, that kind of thing. So I just need to scoot over here and see what this rest zone is. I'm going to actually do a video on this as well. Being able to customize the zones and a little bit of strategies one can use. Because this zone's got a nice tower at it. And it's in the open, nice spot to watch them. So okay, so I do not have to switch their often zone. So if we highlight them here, I want this drink zone and this rest zone. You know what? That rest zone's not bad either, though. We're going to hang with this one because of the tower. And then they got a feed zone here and here. But I don't have it marked on the map. But I want this feed zone here. So essentially, I want them patrolling between these three spots. Nice, tight little group. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, sorry, this one here. Boop, little triangle like this. I don't want them going over to this one and then traveling all the way to this one. Well, I guess it's the other way around, coming from this one all the way in. You can sort of customize them in here to, you know, pick the inner ones or the ones you like best. Okay, our test herd is actually hanging out at that feed zone. So I'm going to scoot over to this one because I want to see if they're often one or not. So I don't want to mess it up if it is. So this is also one thing you can do. Another hot tip. If you don't know what zone they're at, and if you found them but you don't know if the zone is often or rare, you can use the fancy toolbox, find the other one, and then locate that need zone and see what it is, because the other one's going to be the opposite. And where am I? It should be around here somewhere. Okay, so it is their often zone over there that they're at there now. So that makes sense. So now I just have to devise a plan here to test out the guns. Alright, so we'll go scout out this herd here. Wind's good. We're going to gain some elevation. And if they function like most of the other animals with this new hunting pressure system, I should be able to take one of them without worrying about flipping the zone. So we'll see what they're doing. What time is it? Are they going to be leaving? Not too sure. They seem to be traveling a little bit up there. Up ahead there. I can probably use... Here, this is going to be a good vantage point here. Don't know if I can get up on the UTV at that kind of angle. Can I? Yeet! Up, Malachi, come on, you can do it. Okay, no, we're going to have to just do the old-fashioned way. Now, what sort of distance should we be doing here? And we kind of want to test the shot. Well, I don't really want to set up really specific shots. It takes a lot, and I don't know, I'm trying to consider how to do this. I want to keep it sort of, you know, just practical, where you're not going to set up the same shot every time. I should try to broadside, I suppose. There is a... Okay, oh, perfect. Look, there's a 1-star mature each one. So let's try that first. I don't know what distance to do here. The guide rifle is going to be really rough, so we might start with maybe a 150 meter shot on this guy. Like 150 is a good distance for these guys. Right, but I don't know how I'm going to get a good broadside on them. It's going to take a lot of patience. And I'm not a patient hunter. Oh, and it looks like I've been spotted by the small army here. Okay, so he's standing up. We might just try quartering it in with a 9.3. It's 150 out. We definitely know which one he is. I only got the 14 times on. I haven't used the 14 in a while. And you know what? I did forget which one he is. It was this one, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was this one. So, we're going to have a couple of guys blocking here. And you can see the hunter sense dot nice and narrow there. Well, let's see what a quartering shot is like with a 9.3. I think it'll do fine. 150 meters. Or are they going to change their mind? Well, let's just throw it in here. I'm going to crouch. And we'll see how it did. I'm kind of curious because that's key with the 9.3 is make sure the bullet does not pass through, and it certainly is not going to pass through a Cape Buffalo at that angle. So it would have got its full energy. So I'm really curious because I haven't used these against the Capes yet. So how do we do? Oh, I think it's a bad shot. Oh, the 9.3 is going to let us down. Interesting. I thought maybe if it hit with all its might right there. I guess it depends on how much I caught that front leg. Alright. So it shouldn't have done anything to the zone. I don't think I've unlocked the zone, actually. And where is the zone? Okay, so the zone is now often. He's not going to die from the shot, so I don't have to worry about pressure. They're now going to be off of the zone, so that, from our understanding, it won't apply pressure here anymore now that they're off of it. So we can just line up another shot. Now, I am surprised I'm also not, because that was a pretty hard forward quarter on that shot there. So, I mean, it penetrates far, but they're big animals. Oh, that's hiker difficulty for you. Whoops, I didn't run very far. No, get off. Don't go back onto the zone. Alright, I'm gonna have to watch, see where they stop. So, okay, they're still off of the zone. They ran this way. They ran north. Now, there's two one-star matures. I won't be able to tell which one is which here. I'll just try and locate him again. Okay, so there's one there. Who knows if it's the right one? But that's fine. Because it's the bullet cam info we're interested in. It's not... They can mix together, really. I know the bow and the arrows and bolts don't mix with the bullets very well, but I'm fairly sure the bullets will mix fine. And not bug out the camera. Now, I don't want to do this shot. So that's obviously not super great. I don't want to do any headshots or anything. And I don't see the other one-star mature anywhere. Oh, no, that was a female? Female. Oh, I alerted them? Oh, no, he didn't turn. I thought you turned for a second. Well, there's a mature female we can try broadside on. Maybe we'll just do that. Let's just do that. Just right there, mature female. Let's put it home here. Get out of the way. We'll just shimmy on over. Let's see how this one does. This should do it. Right? This should do it. Let's see. Am I getting charged? Like, that's a broadside right into that lung. Actually, I gotta remember where they were. They were here, right? Alright, let's go check it out. Okay, what do we got here? That's not blood. Is it back here, I guess? That was earlier. Okay, so that one's good. Alright, so at least we're gonna get something to view the 9.3 with. And then we get to struggle with a 350, I think. I have shot Cape Buffalo with 350 before. And yeah, the struggle is real with that one. So we're not going to be super scientific. We're just getting a general feel with how these rifles do compared to each other with the Cape Buffalo. We'll probably end up doing multiple different shots and things. We'll just see how the time plays out. So that was high on the lung, but not too high. And it certainly did the job. But oh, the rib cage though. That rib cage is real for that shrinking damage. Okay, so it didn't get all that it could have in the lung, but it still did fine. That bone took a good chunk out of it. See the hip box, yeah, there it is, hitting the rib. But the damage model isn't like exact where the rib is. Anyways, it did catch the rib right here. Dunk dunk. It's that dark red component here. Oh no, the red's changing. Anyways. That's weird. Anyways. That bone did significant damage to the damage. Anyways. Still did a good job, so that's definitely a bonus for the 9.3. So 127 meters. It did enter just barely the other lung. Alright, but you see how much cavity damage that was, even with the bone taking a lot of the energy out? I mean, that is on its way Well, it would never exit through that leg though. Still, that was excellent penetration through that. So the 9-3, I'm still pretty confident. Definitely confident with taking broadside on these buffalo. Okay, next up is actually going to be a different herd. That one's kind of skedaddled around too much. This one's north of the lodge. It's usually just a two pair, so a group of 4 of them. And I'm going to go after this one, because this is actually a better test herd. But I use this one to check my calendar, my counting on the calendar, because my calendar might be off. I'm gonna take 1 or 2 of these out, so I can make sure my first day of each year is on track. Always lots of little maintenance to do. Anyway, we've gone there. I think I can see them already. Okay, here they are. What do we have? Adult female, adult male, adult male. Shouldn't there be a 4th one? So I need to make sure I got the count here. Oh, they're clipping together. Okay. Alright, so we know there's 4. He's going to come this way. Now, I might do another 9-3. I'm probably just this guy. 150 out. Because I want to make sure one goes down. He just laid down. I don't want to do a laying down shot. They're going to come check me out. What was the other female's age? Okay, just both adult. Maybe this file will give me the broadside. Okay, let's try. So leg bone here. Go a little lower this time. Might be a little back. And I don't want to change zones either, so I don't really want to hit them too much. He's going to die off of the zone, if he actually does die. Did 9-3 let us down? Nope, it's good. Okay, so that's good. Broadside, no problem. Hopefully, in a bit we can find out what happened to that first shot. That was a hard quarter in. I'm guessing maybe that that leg bone took a lot out of it, maybe. Oh, I think he's down just up here. Yeah, there he is. So the zone didn't flip. Just so everyone knows, because there's still questions about the need zone flipping, because people are getting them stealth flipping on the first harvest. This zone didn't flip. Like, it goes on kill, not on harvest. This zone didn't flip, and the other one didn't either. Just a heads up. Both of them didn't flip. So how'd this shot go? Okay, that was a single lung. And no bone. A good shot there. Man, see, the cavity's just peaking by the time it gets to the lung. They are tough animals. 50%. Sell. Alright. Now, the next plan is, we're going to go to the next morning. So we're going to teleport back here. We're going to go to the drink zone. And try and pressure them off of the 350, so that could be fun. So let's just clear all these things. And, well, first thing I'm going to do in the morning is just check on this herd to see if they respawn another one. This should be day 3 here when we go into it. So give me a second, because I always do this little switch to night mode before I go to the right time. If you're wondering why I go to midnight, there's a couple of reasons. One, I think the game bugs out less if you do shorter sleeps instead of like just doing like a full 24-hour slam on it. The second thing is, this is how I keep my calendar reliable so I don't forget, is if I go into the midnight thing, that's when I scoot over to the toolbox and move my day calendar along. That's why it's usually pretty reliable. I typically don't miss it. We're going to go into 746 actually, because my first trip is going to be checking on that herd we just shot, or that one herd that we just got the buffalo in, because I want to make sure that we didn't get a new spawn today. I don't actually see them. I see somebody else. Older beasts. Where's the big buffalo? Can I see their zone again? Oh, yeah, this is the zone. It should be their often eating time. Yeah. Still often? Oh, it changed on me! Or did I go to the wrong one? It was probably a delayed death. It did change on me too. Alright, so there's an instance. I was saying before, people are finding it flipping on the first hit, which is possible. And or in the first harvest. Oh, this is really interesting though. Yeah, so what had happened is when I checked it, he hadn't died yet then. Or there's a delay to it. I don't think it's on harvest. I definitely flip. I definitely see it flip before harvesting animals, so that's for sure. So he must have been alive when I checked it. And then here's the thing, he died off of the zone though. So when I've been getting them to flip on the first harvest, they're usually dying on the zone. But he died off of the zone and it still flipped on the first. So the devs tell me anyways, or they imply that these zones have stored hunting pressure. It's weird though. It's weird. Shouldn't flip so easily. They're over here now. This is going to be there often. Is there 4 of them? So my time is off then. I'm pretty sure that's 4 of them, right? Yeah, so it should be a young one there. I don't think I have them all. I don't think I have them confused. Man, it is tricky, the science business. Somehow I missed. So so that makes sense, because if I rolled into a new year, then one day along the line I missed moving my counter forward, which is definitely possible. Or I don't suppose the updates change the day on us. So if you see my last video, this would throw that last video into question too. Because that day didn't roll over then. Oh goodness. Alright. Gonna have to tweak my toolbox here. Darn, I don't know how I messed that up. I've been using the first day of every year for a while now. How did that change on me? If I missed one of my catalog days, like the counter, it must have been recent. But now I'm wondering if the update resets everybody's day or something. No, that can't be right. I must have missed a day. Well, so much for my hunting pressure test last time. Trying to figure out how it dissipates. And then that just doesn't make any sense at all. Why did that flip on one harvest and it died off of the zone? This is being a little bit like voodoo. Well, I had bothered that, like that's one of my testing herds though. So I mean, they were implying that it stores hunting pressure, but you think it would have like gone away by now? I don't know, so confusing. This one's hard to science. This needs zone pressure stuff. We got sort of general rules working, but that one went against the rule. Well, gonna have to play with it more. So, what we're doing now is, again, back to the purpose of the video, actually playing with the 350 here. So we're gonna move to 9 in the morning, and we're gonna try and pressure them off of this drink zone. What is 9? Oh no, it's gonna go to 908. That's okay. That's perfect. With 350. So we're gonna see if the 350 can do anything. I don't think I've had any luck with the 350 with the Cape Buffalo, so I don't have high expectations here. We've seen that the 9.3 can do a broadside at about 150 meters, even if it's the rib. So that's pretty good. I mean, these are the toughest animals in the game. So that's not bad. You don't really want to go shooting buffalo too far out anyways. So that's good there. Now, the drink zone, their often one is this one. I want to switch it to this one. This one doesn't look like a nice spot, and I want them all kind of together. So that's what we're going to do. And then we'll end the video, because the video is getting long, because I get distracted easy with all my stuff. Too much management. So they should be right here. They are just as planned. And they would have all respawned too. Some new animals. Where's the wind? Wind's good. I want to get closer though. This is too far away for this 350. I want to try and get up to 100 meters. We're gonna have to give the 350 a bit of an advantage here over the 9.3. Okay, why are they running? You guys haven't noticed me, have you? Oh, they're all looking at me. Okay, I came in. Okay, they have noticed me. Alright, so they're staring at me. I guess 150 will be the shot. Oh, there's the material there. So 150. Okay, we'll give it a go. He's broadside. 150 out. No, he's not broadside anymore. Look how big the 100 cents dot is. Oh, ugly. How about this guy back here? Okay, there's the other one. Let's get a little closer. One of these guys has a 9.3 in him. Okay, so he's been blocked. Man, I don't have much faith in this 350 at 150 meters. I do want to see that first shot. Oh, did they see me? No, he's looking. And with the, if you take a look at the 100 cents dot here, if I was trying to like squeak a shot in by, oh, this is good. The grouping's so big. Oh. Alright. Let's go take a look. The 350 just doesn't sound very powerful. It is a powerful round, so it's a little pop. You don't really feel it. Anyways, I think they should do a bit more with the recoil in the game. A bit more something. We should feel our shoulder move a little bit with the 350 and the 9.3 and stuff. A bit more of a shake. Okay, where is he? Oh, did it work? Well, I'll be... The 350 did it, 150 meters. Well, we get to take a look at the bullet cam then. Unless... Is this the same lung? No, it couldn't have been. Other side, right? Alright, remember now. So here they are up here. And, oh, here we should... Oh, hello, guys. We should, actually just check that zone since we're fiddling around here. Cape Buffalo went rarely. One harvest. Man, it is hit or miss. This happened to me the first day after the update. A couple of them flipped, and then I was like, really? It's going to flip that easy? And then they Dev said it shouldn't do that. They're saying hunting pressure was built up. No, I don't. It's been like a lot of in-game days since I hunted these guys. I don't know. This is tricky science. But this was often, because right at the start, yeah, this was rare. Right? Pretty sure. Yeah, so something's up. This, you see, I had this recorded prior, and I checked this one at the start of the episode. This went. See, it's flipped without the harvest. That's how I know the harvest isn't required. But he died off the zone as well. On the one hit. And it's been, I've done the math. It has been at least 9 in-game days since I've seen this Cape Buffalo herd. 9 in-game days. There's no way there can be pressure here. So the purpose of the video was to play around with these 2 rifles. But now it's got multi-purposes because it's this is showing that these need zones are real finicky. Maybe it'll straighten out in time. Anyways, let's take a look. See how we did. Okay, so this guy already did get hit. Okay, but it was different lungs. Okay, so that's fine. Oh no, wait, this is a whole different shot. This is a 338. This is a whole different day. Maybe this was where the hunting pressure was from. But who knows when it was. That's mean it was at least 9 in-game days since I took this shot. Is he storing hunter pressure or hunting pressure in his lung here? But look at that. Oh, the 338 failed on a quartering shot. Because the flesh starts way back here. Oh, you do not want to do a rear quarter shot on these guys. Look at that. I gotta remember that. Because I'm gonna try that again probably. Okay. Rear quartering, don't even try it. The 338 couldn't do it. And that's exactly where you want to hit too. That's exactly where you want to go in. Okay. Rear quartering, Cape Buffalo, immune. All rifles in the game. I'm calling it now. I guess it was almost there. It was getting there. It was getting there. They have this big flesh bulge out protecting their lung. Alright. No, here's the 350 though. That's almost a straight broadside. Oh, it also fleshed them. That's fine though. It didn't hit bone though. Okay, good job 350. Good job. 27% he's down. So, I'm going to move time. And then I guess they're going to be at the other drink zone. Okay, so since the zone flipped, it's now going to be over there. So let's go there. Yeah, if these new zones are really this finicky, and they appear to be, it's not going to be much use trying to manage them. They're going to just be bouncing around all over the place. Which, it's got its good sides too, because then you just don't have to worry about it, right? You just hunt both of their, like all their zones. Yeah, kind of sucks if you can't really do much with it though. Are they here? This is not a good visibility zone. Maybe not. Did they stick to their rear? Oh, they're at the rear zone. Hold on. Did it flip, right? Like, I know I read it, but they're just going to be like... And there's more kind of evidence to how, you know, people say that they hit the herd, the zone doesn't flip, but they still change and they go to the rear. They figure the change is because of the shot. I don't think so. I think it's just rolling the dice of which one they land. 20% of the time they go to the rare. Because here's a perfect example. The zone flipped, but they didn't. Yeah. And they're still there, and the zone flipped. So the shot doesn't matter. It's just the label of the thing. Anyways, this is why I have the opinion the way I do. Is when you hit them, I don't think there's anything else calculating where they spawn, but the label on the zone. I think that's all it is. Because that kind of shows it right there. The zone flipped, but they didn't. Like it basically, the time rolled over and it just rolled the dice, and they rolled that 1 out of 5, and they're like, here, you spawn here now. Again, they didn't care about the shot. Yeah, well, the game has a lot of ways to make you think it's doing things it's not. Some things are more complicated than you think, and other things are more simple. So, can I see? We're gonna do one more shot, and then I'll end the video. Because my videos always get so long. There he is there. Yeah, we'll just get another position here. Oh. They're gonna take shade from these. Or under the tree. Did he just go around the corner? Oh no, here's right there. Standing shot on the UTV. Here we go. There. That's another broadside in. I'm not gonna do any quartering shots with 350. There's no way. No way. There's an example. I had 1 round left and it ejected and put 3 in, so I think that's a nice little attention to detail. But yeah, I get comments all the time, of course. Usually all positive. People are like, hey, thanks for the science and all that. But I do get people, you know, saying they think it's like a different way. And I don't discourage it at all. Like, definitely go for it, because I certainly don't know anything. But the thing to keep in mind is none of the results are much valid unless you can reproduce it every time. And in this case, I'm trying to figure out the need zone pressuring stuff, but I can't get consistent results. Like, I can't reproduce it. So there is something going on there. And then yeah, people be like, "Oh, it's happening this way. This is how it's doing it." But I'm like, I'm seeing it different. I'm seeing it that way, but I'm also seeing it different ways. So you gotta be able to reproduce it, or you can't say anything's for sure for anything. There, where is he now? So the 350 did the job again. Okay. So impressive, but it's gotta be broadside. So the 350 is actually doing better than I thought it would. Oh, is this guy here? And then I hit them at the rare zone, so what's that going to do to the rare zone? Like, it's going to make it more rare? Okay, there, he gave up. So this one should have the quartering shot from the 9.3. No. Do they have another 1-star mature in there? We should really try and take a look at it. This one hit bone. 128 meters. So 350 can take the Cape Buffalo okay. I didn't have any trouble there. I mean, it's probably like right at its limit. Where did they run to? I kind of want to see that. Oh, there they go. I kind of want to... Oh, we could just follow this guy? Or is he a solo? What else are you doing back here? Where are we? Which way are we facing? We need to go about 10:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30. And then see here. Great. Video's gonna go into an hour. Oh well. I think this guy's a solo guy. Oh, whoops! I didn't see you guys there. What were you? 68%. Roadkill. Okay, so this guy, he's trying to catch up, I guess. Oh, here. Let's mark him. Can I scan you from here? There he is. Okay, he's right there. Let's just throw another 9-3 into him. Headshot, maybe? No. Maybe? No. I don't know if that hit or not. The 9-3's got good recoil to it. At least it seems to have more smoke coming out of it too. I do like the 9-3 here. It's nice and unique. I like it. I do like the added recoil and the smoke too, so. Okay, did I get him? Oh, there's a lot of blood. Okay, got him that time. Alright, so this is just going to be a flesh wound. This one's going to take a while. Yeah, this is the other thing. They increased how long it takes these guys to die. And every single type of hit pretty near. So he's still struggling. And still continuing on. He's right there. Because it's a flesh kill, so I mean, they are already took a long time to go down, but I think it's even longer now. He's right there. I could hit him again, I guess. Right in the rear. I wonder how long he was going to go for. Everything's been extended since the update, it would seem. There, he's all... Whoa! There, he's all tired out. Alright, let's take a look at this damage here so I can close off the video. Shot 1. Here's the quartering in. Too high, for one thing. Oh no. Too far forward. Hit the rib. Oh my goodness. I mean, if I was lower, maybe. Lower and to the left. Maybe. Maybe. A lot of that peak cavity damage would have. You know what? Maybe it would be able to do it. And then here's the other shot. And then the third one. Oh, how'd that shot go so bad? Did he move right before? I don't know, whatever. Anyways, so there is, oh, 28%. There is comparing them with Cape Buffalo. Both of them can definitely do it broadside. And yeah, be careful on the forward quarter. So 350 is still capable. It's certainly still capable. But yeah, the 9.3 is going to win in every single category, I think, most of the time. But that's it for now. I really got turned on the video. Went way longer than I thought it was going to go. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time, guys. Happy hunting. Take care.